So what's going on, guys, and welcome to yet another series, and this will be the last one we will be starting at this moment in time, and it is going to be a Spurs Career Mode. We will be running this alongside both the Portsmouth and the Journey Career Mode, and I will explain later on in this episode how our schedule will be developed. But having a look here, Spurs have got domestic success, continental success, and brand exposure, youth development are all quite high, and financials medium. And I see there they were built on 1880, so they got a transfer budget of $76 million, and we will be playing at the famous White Hart Lane. So we are actually going to call ourselves Mauricio Pochettino. So the reason we chose Mauricio Pochettino is basically because we want to make it quite realistic, and we want to be pretty much taking control of Tottenham as they are at the moment in time, and we will be taking a few transfers as well and selling on a few players. So it's obviously not going to be 100% realistic, because that just will not be the case, will it? We'll never make a FIFA thing realistic, because it just is not possible. But we are going to be put in the group here with Benfica, Napoli, Spurs and Celtic. I don't think we can actually make it our proper group, can we? So this is pretty much the best we could possibly do, because there are not, unfortunately, all the teams to make the official groups. But we do have a lot of the groups that are exactly the same, like this one: Barcelona, Celtic, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Manchester City. Then we have Group B: Besiktas, Salzburg, Benfica, Napoli. Then we got Bayern, Atletico Madrid, PSV and Young Boys. Then in Group D, we've got Roma, Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain and Basel. And then Group E, we've got Monaco, CSKA, Tottenham and Leverkusen, which is obviously our group, and that is the official one. Then the Group F, G and H, pretty much what the best we could possibly make them anyway. So, now that we've spent... Are you sure you want to go back? No. Okay, we nearly messed up then, and nearly messed up all that hard work on nothing. So, let's talk about the schedule now. We've got a little bit of time. So basically, I wrote down in a little book of mine here that the schedule will be on weekdays. We will have obviously double uploads every single day of the week. But on weekdays, we will have one at 3 PM UK time, which will be the first upload, and the second upload will be at 6 PM UK time. So for example, tomorrow, or you'll be watching this one at this video here, the Spurs Career Mode would have been uploaded at 3 PM UK time, and then the Portsmouth episode number 3 will be uploaded at 6 UK time, and that will be the same throughout the week, unless it's either a Saturday or a Sunday. On Saturdays and Sundays, we will have a upload at 8 UK time in the morning, and then at 4 UK time. So they will be basically the schedule for our week. So during the week it will be 3 and 6, and on weekends it will be 8 and 4. If that makes sense, then hopefully it does. And I've got a question for you guys. Also, let me know in the comment section down below what team, or what was the first team you started your career mode with. Let me know in the comment section down below, as I'm intrigued to know what type of teams you guys will be using. So congratulations, Mauricio Pochettino. Spurs have been invited to participate in a pre-season friendly tournament. This is a great opportunity to get to know all the players in your squad, experiment with different tactics and get them ready for the upcoming season. There is also prize money for doing well in the tournament. Do we advance to invites, or do we decline to participate? Of course we're going to advance to invite. And let's see, which one do we go for? Do we go for the one in the middle, which has got the big teams in there? It's got Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Napoli, Real Madrid. Or do we go for an easier one, but then the easier one's still got Bayern Munich, PSG and Roma in? Or the even easier one has got littler sides in? But we are not going to chicken out. We're going for the big prize money. We want to play the big guns and put ourselves to the test before the Barclays Premier League season starts. So having a look what the board says. Hi Pochettino, as you already know, merchandising is an important source of income for our club. Shirt sales account for a large percentage of this income. In our recent board meeting, we have set a goal to earn £85 million in sales from player shirts. While this shouldn't be your deciding factor when buying players during the transfer window, keep in mind that bringing in popular, high-profile players along with a good performance from our key players will go a long way in helping us achieve this goal. So therefore, we have to, basically, that's like an indirect saying we need to go ahead and buy a big name player. Let's see if we can find anyone decent. And then have a look at our vision and expectations. This is the big one. So we've got high, number 2. So at the bottom of each little section there, it says 2 and high. That means it's high priority, and we're going to have to do well in them ones. So let's have a look here. The youth development. They want us to sign one player with potential over 85 to our youth squad and increase their overall by at least 10 points. So that's a lot. And in the long term, they want us to make a £10.2 million profit from a youth player sales within 3 seasons. So that's going to be a difficult one. Brand exposure, they want us to gain 85 million earnings from shirt sales within a season, which we already know about. Financial is only medium, so they're not actually that bothered about that. But they're saying they want us to finish the season with £17 million unspent allocation funds, which is perfectly fine with me. And the domestic success, they want us to finish in a Champions Cup place, and the FA Cup, they want us to reach the final. That's going to be a big ask. And then the Continental, they want us to reach the quarter-final of the Champions League. It's going to be very difficult, but I do believe if we put in some good performances, we will be able to achieve it. So we are going to have a look at the squad report here, and we do know these players are going to be extremely high rated. So we got Hugo Lloris, our captain, in goal, 88 overall, and he's only 29 years of age, so he will not be leaving the club anytime soon. We have Carl Walker, who's gone up to an 81 now. Toby Alderweireld is a solid 85, along with Jan Vertonghen, who's an 83 rated. We've got Danny Rose at left back, who looks very promising as well, 80 rated now. Eric Dyer is a 78 rated. Moussa Dembele 82. Eric Lamela 81. Christian Eriksen is 84 and 24 years of age, so he's young and has got plenty of room to grow as well. We've got Dele Alli, obviously one of the highest rated potential players on the game itself, so we're going to really have some fun with him and hopefully grow him a few ratings in the first season. Then we've got Harry Kane, who's now on massive 84 rated. He is going to be our number 1 striker, and boy am I looking forward to using him. Then we've got Josh Onoma, who's quite decent now. We've got Kevin Enkedu, who's a recent player that Tottenham just brought in, and I must admit I have been using him on Ultimate Team, and he is an absolute beast, and I love the guy, so he will be getting a lot of game time under Pochettino himself. Then we've got Kevin Wimmer as a backup centre-back. We've got the new signing from the Dutch League, Vincent Janssen. We've got then the youngsters of Harry Winks, Ben Davies, Tom Carroll. Hyun-Sing Moon is in inspired form at the moment, so hopefully he can continue that in-game as well. We've got Victor Wanyama, who's a new signing for us. Kieran Trippier, Musa Sissoko is another new signing, looks very good. Recently arrived from Newcastle for £17 million. Whether that's the official sum or not, I'm not actually 100% sure. And then we've got a few youngsters here, quite a few in the lower ratings. Cameron Carter-Vickers, Sharon Harrison, Peters. We've got a lot of different young players here. We've got Federico Fazia, who's on loan. We've got Clinton Ng, who's on loan as well. Nabil Bensleb's gone out to Schalke on loan. Luke McGee's gone to Peterborough on loan. Miller's gone out, and Odewoo's gone out as well. So there is our squad report for you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and show you a few of the potential players that I would like to bring into the club. There are some big names here, I must warn you. So before I actually show you the players that we have put into our shortlist, we have got our first game of the Asian Elite Cup, which is going to be up against Borussia Dortmund. But just look at our group. We've got the hardest possible group ever. We've got us, Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund and Napoli in the same group. How on earth are we going to be able to get through that? I just do not know, especially when we're going to be simming them. But the first game here is going to be played. Can we get a decent result? We get a 1-0 result here. Danny Rose scoring, and we end up winning the game 4-0. Eriksen, Lamela and Rose picking up 2, and then he picks up an injury. Please don't tell me Rose's injury is going to be a long time. We put a bid in for Donnarumma, but we don't actually want him in the end. And he's out for 3 months. Oh no, I was really looking forward to using him as well. But Danny Rose is out for 3 months. A big, big blow for us there. So here is in fact the shortlist that we've put in. We don't actually need another goalkeeper, so I was just having a look, just wanted to see how much they wanted for him, but we can get rid of him. But the few centre-backs that we could in fact go for is Jonathan Tah and Jose Maria Jimenez. Then we've got some right midfielders go by the name of Riyad Mahrez and Thomas Lemar. Then we've got a centre midfielder that goes by the name of Vincent Cosiello. He's 20 years of age from Nice. He looks very promising. Then we've got 2 centre-attacking midfielders from Real Madrid. We've got Marco Asensio and we have Isco. Then up top we have Marcus Rashford and we have Paulo Dybala. So Dybala will probably be my main transfer target, but whether we can bring him in or not, I don't know. Juventus are going to want a hell of a lot of money for him. We get a transfer offer for Harry Kane. As if we are going to accept that it's from Chelsea for £44 million. I don't go there for £100 million. Harry Kane is not going to be leaving the lane. We have now, however, got another game in the Asian Elite Cup. It is going to be up against Napoli, and we are going to go ahead and sim it once again. Napoli actually beat Atletico Madrid 2-0. So, whoever wins this game will be guaranteed a place in the next round. We hope we can win this one and then put out a weaker side in the next one to give our players a little bit of a run out. And we end up winning the game 2-0. Eriksen and Dembele picking up the goals for us there. Fantastic result. Therefore meaning, in the next game, we can rest a few of these players. So, we've got a few transfers come back here. Leverkusen have accepted a straight £15 million bid for Jonathan Tah, and Atletico Madrid have accepted a straight £25 million bid for Jose Maria Jimenez. Monaco have said that they want £20.5 million for Thomas Lemar. Nice want £21 million for Cosciello, and Juventus say unfortunately they can't go ahead with the deal because they're not interested in the player we've included, and therefore not the cash amount, which is Thingy Carroll. So we'll go ahead and offer a straight £50 million bid, which is going to wipe out over half of our budget, but we want to bring in a player of his quality. We want that big signing. And do we go in and buy a centre-back? Do we splash out £25 million on Jose Maria Jimenez? Or do we go for Jonathan Tah? Or do we go for someone that's less experienced, that's got more potential? Or don't we buy anyone? What do we do? Thomas Lemar looks pretty good, so we go ahead and offer him let's go ahead and offer 16 million, and let's see if that will convince Monaco to let their young right midfielder leave the club. We've now got another transfer offer for Harry Kane. Harry Kane is in big demand, and we're going to go ahead and reject all offers for Harry Kane. We're not going to let the big man go. He is going to be staying at the lane. Real Madrid come back to us and say they want £34 million for Marco Asensio. They want £45 million for Isco. Manchester United accept a £9 million bid for Marcus Rashford, and that is pretty much it. What we're going to do, Isco can go out the window. We're not going to spend that much money on Isco, but we might actually consider spending let's put a £25 million bid in for Marco Asensio. It's just £9 million under their valuation, but maybe they'll accept it. And do we go ahead with this? Do we go ahead and buy Marcus Rashford? I know it's not that realistic because Marcus Rashford would not leave, etc. But I am going to bring him to the club. I want a young potential striker in the club, and I believe Marcus Rashford will be able to do that for us, and he will be able to grow and obviously increase our shirt sales as well, which is the main aim the board has set us. So Thomas Lemar and Monaco come back and say yes, they would accept 16 million. Juventus come back and say they want 79 million for Paulo Dybala. Are you joking? 79 million? I don't think so. We'll give you 55 plus Carroll, and I can tell you now 60 million will probably be the maximum we're going to go. I'm not going to be splashing out much more on a player of his quality. However, we will go in for Thomas Lemar as well. We're going to go in and offer him, let's give him a 44,000. I doubt he'll accept it because obviously he's going to want a lot bigger contract than that, and we're not going to give him that. So let's see what him and his agent come back to us. But what we are going to do now, because we're already guaranteed a place in the next round, we're going to go ahead and put out our second team line out, and let's see if they can pick up a good result as well. So guys, here we've changed up the whole squad, apart from Alderweireld. We've left him in there at the moment because we haven't got another centre-back, so we do need to go ahead and buy one. But let's have a look. We're going to sim this game up against Atletico Madrid. It does not really matter if we lose because they lost against Napoli and they drew against Dortmund. So if we lose, we're still through. It doesn't make an ounce of difference, but it still will be good for the morale if we could go ahead and win. And we do. Eriksen and Sissoko picking up the goals for us there, and we've won 3 out of 3 against 3 top clubs. So we've got some more emails come back here. Real Madrid have accepted a 25 million bid for Marco Asensio, so we will go ahead and bring him into the club definitely, because I will really look forward to playing with him, because I do know he can play right mid, left mid, he can play cam, he can play all over the shot, and he will get a lot of game time. So give him an important first team player, and let's see what Marco says. We get tournament prize money. We get given 2.55 million, which is quite decent, and Victor Wanyama is going to be out for 3 days, so that's nothing major at this moment in time. But that will in fact be it for this episode of our Spurs Career Mode. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it is going to be hugely appreciated. And don't forget, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all my latest videos and career modes. As always, there will be always new videos appearing in your sub box daily. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.